Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing well. With Chris Smalling's loan coming to an end, I think it's important we talk about him, whether or not he is the key to our centre-back dilemma, as well as my thoughts on the recent developments with Gabriel, the Brazilian defender from Lille. So if you are interested, please do smash that like button as it helps the channel grow, and don't be afraid in the comments down below to let me know what you think. But let us get into it then. Chris Smalling, what are my thoughts on him and his future at Manchester? Manchester Evening News are, I don't know, in terms of credibility, I would personally say 50-50. I know some of you are probably cringing watching this video if you know your transfer stuff. Just bear with me, okay? I'm going to read the article out. Roma apparently ready to revive interest in the Manchester United defender Chris Smalling, following his successful takeover of the club. According to reports, the 30-year-old joined Serie A side last summer, of course, and impressed upon his debut season in Italy, and Roma are keen to secure his services permanently. United extending Smalling's loan until the end of the league season, but the former England international will not feature in the remainder of Roma's Europa League campaign and is expected to return to Manchester, so probably sometime this week or the beginning of next week at the time of me recording this video. But yeah, interesting stuff. Roma are going to be without Chris Smalling, and I wonder how big of an impact that will have on them, of course. So apparently extra funds have been made by the Roma owners by some sort of buyout, according to this article in the Manchester Evening News. So you can check it out if you want on their website pretty much. But yeah, it seems like Roma obviously have interest in keeping Chris Smalling on a permanent deal, and I'm not surprised by that. But I think what's more important is, what does Smalling want to do with his career, and how does Smalling fit into Manchester United's future vision or plan? Does he fit there at all? I think with regards to Chris Smalling, he's clearly a player who just wants first team football. Um, Regardless of what happens, I think you can clearly see that in the way that he moved to Roma on loan. Basically demanded a move to Roma on loan because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer couldn't guarantee him first team football, and I think that's very respectable. I don't know if Roma can pay upwards of 40 to 50 million quid for Chris Smalling on a permanent deal. I don't even know if he's worth that much, to be fair, because of his age. But he is in decent form, and he is a pretty decent defender. So I think Roma, at least for what their budget is, are going to have to crack that budget a little bit by the sounds of things to get Chris Smalling. All I will say is, besides Roma, I don't know who's in for Chris Smalling. I think the links to Juventus were just rumors. It was a load of butt crap, to be honest. Butt crap. All crap comes from the butt. Anyways, there seems to be a general consensus amongst certain United fans that Maguire actually requested to play on the left side of Victor Lindelof, because Victor Lindelof, if you don't know, was playing on the left-hand side before Maguire got here. And then when Maguire got here, Maguire got the left-hand side and Lindelof got moved out to the right. And people are saying, if Maguire wanted to play on the right-hand side, why didn't Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just keep him there, because Lindelof was playing on the left anyways? I don't really know if there's any merit to that, but it does make sense. It does make a lot of sense, and I think Harry Maguire is a decent left-sided centre back. I would obviously prefer we went out and bought someone like Gabriel, who's young and actually plays that side and is actually left-footed as well. But it is what it is, dude. If Smalling is going to come back, whichever side he plays on next to Maguire, happy days. Obviously, I personally prefer he plays next to Lindelof, but that's not going to happen. You know, if there are any Lindelof fans watching the show, it's not going to happen because Harry Maguire's got the captain's armband and he came for 80 million, so he's like double Lindelof's price. How are you going to bench someone who's double Lindelof's price? It's not going to happen. Plus, Maguire probably has more to offer aerially, even though he's been terrible at. He's been good at getting on the end of headers, but he's been terrible at scoring them. But defensively, I think he's been pretty good in the air. So I mean, it's not like you have to score goals with defense. You just have to put your head to the ball and hope it clears. You know. So yeah, with regards to Chris Smalling, I think he is a good defender, and I would love for him to come back to Old Trafford for a couple of seasons and help us while we look for a defender. Because I think with this Gabriel deal, which I'll talk about in a moment, it seems a bit rushed from Manchester United, and it seems like one of those, I wouldn't say dodgy deals because I don't think he's a dodgy player, but it's one of those weird deals that Manchester United weren't really planning on doing, but now that they realize the massive problem with squad depth, all of a sudden they're going out, kind of like the Garlo signing, the links to Josh King in January, when we realized that, you know, besides Martial, there's no strikers at this club. But yeah. So Gabriel, I want to make a correction from a previous video. Manchester United have not formally contacted Lille, at least not at the time of me recording this video. With regard to Gabriel, I really can't pronounce his surname to save my life. But Gabriel, the defender from Lille, you know who I'm talking about. It's the Brazilian, 22 years old, 6'3", if I'm not mistaken, left-footed. Um, Manchester United have only spoken to his agents or his representatives, whatever you want to call them, not the actual club. I think Arsenal have spoken to Lille, and I obviously can't confirm that because I'm not an Arsenal fan. You can go to AFTV for that, and potentially Everton as well. So at the moment with Gabriel, I would say it is really up to the player. I don't think Manchester United are going gun ho on this deal. I think Manchester United's priority is Jadon Sancho because of the magnitude of that deal and the amount of money involved with that deal. That's where all their resources are going at the moment. And I just think with Gabriel, if he decides to go to Arsenal, fair play, fair play. I mean, where else is he going to go? He can't sit around without a contract waiting for Manchester United to show up, you know. We do have Champions League football. We do have the capacity to pay him the wages that he wants. And we obviously do have the capacity to pay the fee that Lille wants, but we just haven't actually formally contacted the club yet. And so I don't know if there's much in that deal anymore. The links to Pau Torres were probably just rumors, to be honest, and PR spin, according to that's the general consensus going around amongst the credible people in our community at the moment. So it doesn't seem like there's anything in Pau Torres as well, and that's why I think it's important that Chris Smalling is in the discussion, because if nobody can afford Chris Smalling and if nobody can sign Chris Smalling on a permanent deal or work something out with Manchester United, and we can't get Gabriel because he goes to Arsenal, why don't we just keep him? You know, why don't we just use him for a couple of seasons? So yeah, that is my thoughts on Manchester United's centre back dilemma. I think Chris Smalling could be a key part of fixing that. Please do leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, because we are trying to build a genuine Manchester United fan community. And I hope you enjoyed that video, man. Check you in the next one. Peace.